Hello, I'm Dragon Rider Luke. I'm a Christian streamer, and I'm always up for a friendly chat about my faith. I also think that it's important that people read or hear the Word of God frequently, so the next 5 minutes or so will be a chapter from the Bible. If it feels like I'm skipping around, that's because you're not watching my videos in stream order. Hello, and welcome back. Acts 15. Certain people came down from Judea to Antioch and were teaching the believers, unless you are circumcised according to the custom taught by Moses, you cannot be saved. This brought Paul and Barnabas into sharp dispute and debate with them. So Paul and Barnabas were appointed, along with some other believers, to go up to Jerusalem to see the apostles and elders about this question. The church sent them on their way, and as they traveled through Phoenicia and Samaria, they told how the Gentiles had been converted. This news made all the believers very glad. When they came to Jerusalem, they were welcomed by the church and the apostles and elders, to whom they reported everything God had done through them. Then some of the believers who belonged to the party of the Pharisees stood up and said, "The Gentiles must be circumcised and required to keep the law of Moses." The apostles and elders met to consider this question. After much discussion, Peter got up and addressed them. "Brothers, you know that some time ago God made a choice among you that the Gentiles might hear from my lips the message of the gospel and believe. God, who knows the heart, showed that he accepted them by giving the Holy Spirit to them, just as he did to us. He did not discriminate between us and them, for he purified their hearts by faith. Now then, why do you try to test God by putting on the necks of Gentiles a yoke that neither we nor our ancestors have been able to bear? No, we believe it is through the grace of our Lord Jesus that we are saved, just as they are." The whole assembly became silent as they listened to Barnabas and Paul telling about the signs and wonders God had done among the Gentiles through them. When they finished, James spoke up. "Brothers," he said, "listen to me. Simon has described to us how God first intervened to choose a people for his name from the Gentiles. The words of the prophets are in agreement with this, as it is written, 'After this I will return and rebuild David's fallen tent. Its ruins I will rebuild, and I will restore it, that the rest of mankind may seek the Lord, even all the Gentiles who bear my name, says the Lord, who does these things, things known from long ago. It is my judgment, therefore, that we should not make it difficult for the Gentiles who are turning to God. Instead, we should write to them, telling them to abstain from food polluted by idols, from sexual immorality, from the meat of strangled animals, and from blood. For the law of Moses has been preached in every city from the earliest times, and is read in the synagogues on every Sabbath.' Then the apostles and elders, with the whole church, decided to choose some of their own men to send them to Antioch with Paul and Barnabas. They chose Judas, called Barsabbas, and Silas, men who were leaders among the believers. With them they sent the following letter. The apostles and elders, your brothers, to the Gentile believers in Antioch, Syria, and Cilicia. Greetings. We have heard that some went out from us without our authorization and disturbed you, troubling your minds by what they said. So we all agreed to choose some men and send them to you with our dear friends Barnabas and Paul, men who have risked their lives for the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Therefore we are sending Judas and Silas to confirm by word of mouth what we are writing. It seemed good to the Holy Spirit and to us not to burden you with anything beyond the following requirements. You are to abstain from food sacrificed to idols, from blood, from the meat of strangled animals, and from sexual immorality. You would do well to avoid these things. Farewell." So the men were sent off and went down to Antioch, where they gathered the church together and delivered the letter. The people read it and were glad for its encouraging message. Judas and Silas, who themselves were prophets, said much to encourage and strengthen the believers. After spending some time there, they were sent off by the believers with the blessing of peace to return to those who had sent them. But Paul and Barnabas remained in Antioch, where they and many others taught and preached the word of the Lord. Some time later, Paul said to Barnabas, Let us go back and visit the believers in all the towns where we preach the word of the Lord and see how they are doing." Barnabas wanted to take John, also called Mark, with them, but Paul did not think it wise to take him, because he had deserted them in Pamphylia and had not continued with them in the work. They had such a sharp disagreement that they parted company. Barnabas took Mark and sailed for Cyprus, but Paul chose Silas and left, commended by the believers to the grace of the Lord. He went through Syria and Cilicia, strengthening the churches. May God bless the reading of his word. Okay, so, last time, we actually managed to get through the entire stream without getting a single battle loss, which is incredible considering the pattern up until that day. That said, we did also get some of the objectives done. We finished all of our typed objectives. They're all done. Yay! All the ones we were given at the start of the game, they are done. We're not done with every path. We finished the path for Team Star, but we still have to do, finish with the Pokemon Den one. We're standing in front of the final objective for that, and we have to do the Elite Four. Before we do the Elite Four, we're going to be doing the final studying at the classes. But first up, we have our whatever's coming for the end of the Pokemon Dens. Let's see what happens. I don't know. We'll find out together. Oh, that little door. Okay. Seriously? You beat me here? Well, this is the lab. I used to come here to play all the time when I was a kid. There'd better be a good reason for calling us here like this. Let's find out. Everyone always says he's some kind of genius. Absolutely brilliant as a Pokemon professor. My dad, that is. But let me tell you, as a parent, he's the worst. All he ever does is work. He never comes home. I don't have a single memory of him ever even playing with me, his own kid. But Bostiff's the only one who was there for me, always. Anyway, it's open now. It's open now. Go on in. I just want to get this over with. I need your help. I am currently at the deepest point of Area Zero in the Great Crater of Paldea. I have been researching the unique Pokemon here for a very long time. I'm asking the two of you to lend a hand to help carry out the final step of the great Professor Turo's glorious research. Final step? But there is something we need first. Something that can be found within that lab. What we need is the Violet Book. Wait, do you mean this book? Ah, so you took it from the lab, did you, Arven? This expedites things. Bring the Violet Book to the deepest depths of Area Zero. I promise that it will be an experience worth treasuring if you come. I must note, however, that Area Zero is both home to vicious Pokemon and outfitted with powerful cybernetic security systems. It seems to me that you might struggle if the two of you were to enter alone. You may take the time to gather some reliable allies before you come, if you feel the need. I will be awaiting you in the deepest part of Area Zero, whenever you arrive. Okay, we might want to do this one last. Area 0. That place is bad news. It was down in Area 0 that Mabostif got wounded in the first place. Down in the Great Crater of Paldea. In all honesty, I'd be perfectly happy to never see that place again. Are you gonna go? Of course I'm going to go. Not immediately, though. I suppose he did ask. And I can't just stand by and watch while a friend heads off into danger on her own. So I guess I'm going too. Besides, I'd love to give Dad a piece of my mind. Alright then, Emily. Outside! We're gonna have a Pokemon battle to see if we're really ready to head into Area 0 or not. Mostly to see if I'm ready or not. Let's go. Alright, let's see how outclassed we are. Alright, you ready for a battle, Emily? Yep. Excellent, you're ready to too, right, Mabostif? Yep, Mabostif says he's ready. You're battling with Mabostif? Okay, yeah, I can see why you'd be worried. But my buddy here's bursting with energy. You'd never know he was so weak just a little while ago. Won't leave me alone, always whining at me, wanting to battle you and your Pokemon. It's been so long I nearly forgot, but he always did love to battle. Even if we always lost to that student council girl, the battle fanatic one. Oh, he has a history with Nemona, huh? Anyway, my point is there's no need to worry. We're brand new Arbin and Mabostif, and we're feeling audacious. Or maybe herbaceous? Let me give you a taste of what we can do. Pokemon Trainer Arbin has a Greedent. Is it gonna be a bunch of normal types? Wait, hold on. Mabostif is not dark type. The Pokemon I met during our hunt for the Urban Mystica are all stars. Every one of them. Whoa, that's a high level. Flip turn. I'm reading what people are talking about their writing. I did the proofreading for JC Cat there, where he says the proofreading is full of red. It took a while. Ow! Not great. Alright, fine. Palafin, let's see you sweep it. Flip turn. Rabska got a level. Lunge. That sounds good. Wait, it's a special attacker, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Grumpig. Scovillain. Yeah, I think I'm willing to switch on that one. Palafin could try it. Yeah, we're doing Palafin. Acrobatics. Dominion and Rabska both got levels. Toadstool. That's grass ground. Elephant. Garganical. That's rock type, and Blissey on a level. Right? It did. Rock type. Elephant's gonna sweep his whole team. Oh, okay. It's still up, so I guess I'll send out Luminion. And that ended very fast. Rabska got another level. Grumpig. Cloyster. Keep current. There we go. Grumpig and Blissey got levels. Soft-boiled. That sounds worthwhile. Take it over. I'll take it over Disarming Voice. Boss Stiff. Switch. Elephant. Oh no, Intimidate. Wave Crash. Goodbye. Let's celebrate your full recovery with a glow-up. Time to terrestrialize Mabostiff. I keep forgetting I can do that. This would have been a good time to do it. Oh well. Ow, that was a crit. Flip turn. And Palafin and Ravska got a level. It was level 70 already. We were so close, Mabostiff. So close. But Emily, thanks, little buddy. Dang, this is the strength of someone who could take down those Titan Pokemon, huh? Yeah, much as I hate to admit it, I do think we're gonna need some more support. The Pokemon in Area Zero are super strong, and there are all sorts of weird machines there, too. I'd say we need at least 2 more people. Somebody with some champion rank level skills, and somebody who can deal with crazy tech. I guess this is our last objective, because we need Nemona, and, her name's not Cassiopeia, but that person. That sounds like Penny. Yeah. Penny? That crazy smart hacker girl who was the big boss behind Team Star? I mean, yeah, she'd be perfect for the job, but when did you go making friends with some shady character like her? But, well, we've gotta do what we've gotta do. Whoever you think could be a help, just try getting in good with them. We'll see if we can get a team together. Get in touch if you make progress. I'll do the same. Path of Legends! Complete. Alright. My Pokemon were healed again, but Copperajah and Lumineon fainted. Hello, class. It is I, Hassel, yet again. I'm pleased to say that everybody did very well on the midterm exams. As a reward for all of your hard work, we have a special guest visiting us today. Now then, Brassy, please come in. Greetings. I am Brassius. I'm an artist, and I focus exclusively on grass-type Pokemon for my work. Brassius here mainly creates three-dimensional pieces, such as statues and the like. One of his major works is the installation titled Surrendering Sunflora, found in Artisan. Many of you who've challenged the Artisan Gym are no doubt familiar with these sculptures. Yes, I do recognize some faces among your students. Oh hey, Penny's there. I hope you all understand how fortunate you are to be able to attend Hass's classes. Ol' Hass is the man who saved me when I had lost all hope and given up on myself. But he never gave up on me. I do not exaggerate when I say that he is my mentor in life. It is precisely thanks to Hass that I was able to establish my current art style. Ah, dear Brassy. I've nothing against reminiscing about old times, but today I hope you will guide this class in a way only you can. Of course. Let's see. Why don't we discuss what Hass has mentioned? Surrendering Sunflora. Can anyone here tell me what my mood was when I crafted its detached expression? Sad? No. No. Completely and utterly wrong. I haven't seen it in weeks, okay, man? When I made that sculpture, I had surrendered all hope. I was prepared to give up everything. Oh, okay. So you were sad, but extremely so. I had resolved to give up my life as an artist if that piece did not receive proper recognition. Hence the name Surrendering Sunflora? That's exactly it, Hass. When I started out as an artist, I experienced many hardships. I even became deathly ill, and fell into a slump that drove me to desperation. I began worrying only about what would sell. I was concerned only with fame and fortune. But all of my pieces during this time had no depth. They were all shallow trash. It was then that I met Hass. He helped me realize how petty I was being. I'll spare you the details. But in the end, I was able to leave all that behind. And that is also when I crafted the Sunflora. Remarkable. Even I did not know the full story until now. This kind of thing is hard to tell someone, especially when they are so close to you. Now, I don't doubt that you adolescents will often find your heads crowded with worries. My advice to you is simple. Be honest with yourself, and do whatever your heart desires. So long as you don't cause trouble, that is. That is all for me. I must admit I am beginning to feel a bit embarrassed, so I bid you farewell, Hass. And farewell to your pupils as well. Oh, Brassy, I can't believe it. Such a wonderful class. Thank you so much! Ah! Hello, class. It is I, Hassel, yet again. First, allow me to apologize for losing my composure during our last class. I was so touched by Brassy's story that I simply couldn't contain my emotions. I'm sorry for making such a scene. I certainly got a very stern talking to from Ms. Time after that class, yes. Anyway, let us shift gears and dive into the material for today's class. Now, have any of you heard of the 10 sites of Paldea? As the name would imply, they are 10 sites in Paldea that are considered particularly beautiful. Among them, I would say that the Grand Olive Orchard is likely the most accessible. You can see field after field of olive trees from the hill on the way to Cortondo. 2 waterfalls are also counted among these 10 sites: Fury Falls and Casaroya Falls. Then there's the peak of Glaciado Mountain, known as Paldea's highest peak. There's another cliff on Glaciado Mountain that's named after its rather unique shape. So let me ask you, my students, what is the name of the 3-pronged cliff on Glaciado Mountain? No need to grasp at straws. It's Glaciado's Grasp. Exactly! It looks like a hand taking hold of something, doesn't it, Emily? The 3-pronged cliff on Glaciado Mountain is in fact known as Glaciado's Grasp, though its shape is far too stubby to be that of a human hand. I imagine someone thought it looked like a Pokemon hand grabbing something. There's also the mountains in the area of Area 3 of the East Province, where you can get a good look at Laventia. It's particularly gorgeous at night. I'm pretty sure I've seen all 10 of these. In fact, the view is so brilliant, it is known as the Million-Volt Skyline. I've seen all of the ones he's mentioned so far. I hear it's quite the hotspot for dates, and deservedly so for having such a romantic view. I mean, it's... what do the kids say these days? Very bleak selfie spot? Of course, you may feel that not all 10 sites live up to their grandiose names. How often do we visit some tourist spot only to be disappointed? Not to say you shouldn't visit them, only that you should keep your hopes in check. The important thing is to go yourself and see them with your own 2 eyes. And sometimes disappointing experience can be worthwhile in its own way. Take a chance. Well, that's it for today, class. Thank you for your attention. Hello, class. It is I, Hassel, yet again. My, how time flies, as they say. Indeed, our time together has certainly flown by. It's hard to believe that this is our last class. Now, our topics for today may feel somewhat unrelated to art, but there's absolutely no set definition as to what art should be. Therefore, let us carry on with the discussion and see where it takes us. There are two things I wish to focus on today: ribbons and marks. Both ribbons and marks are special honors that capture a Pokemon's qualities. There will be times when your Pokemon gives maximum effort or has a noteworthy experience. In recognition of its feats and accomplishments, it can be given a ribbon. To give an example, if you manage to become incredibly close to a Pokemon, it may be granted the Best Friends ribbon. Incidentally, there's a person in Koskarafa who can give your Pokemon a Best Friends ribbon. Marks, on the other hand, are mostly found on wild Pokemon when you meet them for the first time. They can symbolize the character of a Pokemon, such as with the Rowdy mark or the Vigor mark. It's completely up to luck whether you'll run into Pokemon with these marks. So if you're able to catch a Pokemon with a mark, rejoice at your outstanding fortune. Does anyone know what special thing you can do with Pokemon that have ribbons or marks? You can show them off? Well, yes, indeed you can show them off, but surely that's not the extent of your interest, is it? The correct answer is that Pokemon with ribbons or marks can be given titles. What's more, they can be sent into battle displaying the title of your choosing. For example, you could send out a Gible with the Best Friends ribbon by declaring, "Go, Gible the Great Friend!" Can I actually say, go, Captain Carry the Paladin? That's what I call him in all of my videos. Because he is Captain Carry. He carries the team. And while I know I just said that marks are generally found already on Pokemon when you meet them for the first time, it seems that more recently Pokemon can be awarded certain marks based on their efforts. These marks are such as these are marks such as the Gourmand mark, the Item Finder mark, the Partner mark, and so on. Perhaps it might be fun to try to work out how to get each mark using its name as a clue? Well, that just about wraps up our last class. Next is the final exam. Please review our material closely so that you pass on your first try. I do hope you're all ready because it is time for your final exam. Focus and do your best. And begin! What is the name of the restaurant where you can change a Pokemon's stereotype? The Treasure Eatery. What is the name of Brassius' signature art installation that we discussed in class? The Surrendering Sunflora. How many waterfalls are counted among the 10 sites of Paldea? Okay, so technically it's 3 because Fury Falls is 2 waterfalls, but I'm gonna go with 2 and hope that that's accurate because it's 2 sites. Where you can find Million Volt Skyline? Laventia. The marks a Pokemon has are present when you first meet and none can be added later. False. That's it. Time's up. That's it for today's test. Pencils down, please. Thank you all so much for learning about art with me. The time we shared has left a mark that I will treasure. I promise you. It is my sincere wish that all of you go on to even greater, more prosperous futures. And that's that. Good work, everyone. You can receive your results from the front desk. Put away your phones. It is time to begin class. Though some of you had to retake the midterm exam multiple times, I am glad to say that the majority of the class passed without issue. I feel honored to see that the knowledge and skills indispensable for daily life have taken root in all of you. I trust that you will all work just as hard on your life skills in this second half of our course as well. Let us now turn our attention to the topic of the day, which was inspired by a question I received on the subject of meal powers. The student who asked this question is a young man who enjoys the culinary arts. He tells me that he regularly researches culinary techniques on his own and pays careful attention to the ingredients he uses. He also spends day and night studying all aspects of the culinary arts. This is Arvin. Yet despite this, he is baffled by his inability to increase the effectiveness of his meal powers. So tell me, Miss Emily, since you did quite well on your midterm exam, what should Yep, I was right, it's Arvin. What should this young man, do to increase the effectiveness of his meal powers? Arvin? You should make food with other people. Perfectly correct. I see that you are knowledgeable about the culinary arts. To increase the effectiveness of meal powers, your sandwiches must be filled with many different ingredients. For a single person, this may prove difficult, but if you prepare a sandwich with others, you will be able to handle a larger serving of bread. With a larger base to start with, it becomes quite simple to add more ingredients to your sandwich, which in turn makes it possible to receive meal powers of increased effectiveness. This applies more broadly as well. When dealing with a difficult issue, working with others to solve that issue may be the best course of action. I'm sure that Arvin will likewise work with friends to craft his sandwiches in the future. Ahem. The identity of the male student is a matter of privacy, so I would ask that you do not pry too deeply. Our time together has come to an end for today. I bid you all farewell. Put away your phones. It is time to be in class. While you're out performing field work with one of your Pokemon walking alongside you, have you ever noticed changes in its coloration? Now, I don't mean that it suddenly becomes a shiny Pokemon or any nonsense like that. I'm speaking of it becoming filthy. Pokemon Battle. They get hurt by moves used against them. They get battered by wind and rain. They get covered in sand and mud. They get, in a word, filthy. I've seen many a trainer walking about with their adorable little Pokemon without addressing this issue. It is deplorable. Let me ask this question of someone who I am sure would not tolerate such shameful conduct. Ah yes, Miss Emily. What should you do if your Pokemon is dirty? Clean it up. Perfectly correct. I knew I could count on you to provide me with such an answer. When your Pokemon are dirty, clean them. This is, of course, simply common sense. While you are having a picnic, you can approach the Pokemon on your team and perform a variety of actions. One such action is putting them through what I like to call the Pokemon Wash. In other words, you are able to clean them up. You can start by getting your sponge lathered up with soapy bubbles as you gently and carefully scrub your Pokemon. Once your Pokemon is nice and covered in soapy bubbles, the bubbles will encapsulate the filth, and then you simply wash it away with a spray of water. This will get your Pokemon clean and shining, bright as a Terra Jewel. How do your ground-type Pokemon take to it? I want to know that one. It's certainly quite a bit of work, but this will also restore HP and cure status conditions. However, some Pokemon may have parts of their bodies that they don't want scrubbed, or that they would rather not get wet. Like the entirety of a Sandile, for example. Be sure to keep this in mind when cleaning your Pokemon. Now, the most important point that I must mention is that some Pokemon like to be dirty. Ground types, I bet. Though I will contradict myself by saying this, please do remember that cleaning your Pokemon is not always the kind thing to do. Our time together has come to an end for today. I bid you all farewell. Put away your phones. It is time to begin our last class together. Home economics is the study of life's necessities, but looking back on our time together, I've realized that I focused almost entirely on food. I hope it is not too late to shift to a discussion of clothing, another necessity, in our last class. As I'm sure you are aware, our academy has an air of freedom about it. We provide uniforms for each season to accommodate the diverse climate of Paldea. However, students are free to wear whichever style they wish whenever they please. You should all have received 4 sets of tops and bottoms, one each for spring, summer, fall, and winter, when the Academy accepted you. If by chance you were not aware of this, you may wish to peruse your wardrobe. As long as you wear a school uniform, the rest of your ensemble need not be school-issued. This includes your bag or your hat. If you choose to wear one, you're even free to style your hair however you wish. Mr. Salvatore's hairstyle, for example, would almost certainly have been against school rules when I was a boy. That reminds me. There is one more thing which you all like to decorate, which I must say I find quite charming. Rotom phones? Perfectly correct. That's the adorable little thing I was speaking of. Oh, it interests me so. I must admit that I'm fascinated by Rotom phones and how to customize them. What's that? How very intriguing. So there's a shop called Delibird Presents where you can purchase cases for your Rotom phones. I thank you for that useful bit of information. I shall have to go myself first thing tomorrow to get an adorable case of my own liking. Forgive me, I seem to have gotten a little carried away by the small talk. Ahem. As this class is known as Home Economics nears its end, I offer these final words to you who have been honing everyday life skills with me. My field of study is not so decisive as the likes of mathematics, for instance, where test scores might play a part in deciding your future. However, as you go on to cook for yourselves, to take care of your Pokemon, and to decide what to wear in the morning when you awaken, I would be honored if what I have taught you serves to smooth it out and enrich your lives, even if only a little. This sentiment was imparted to me by Mr. Hassel and his particular outlook on such matters. I thank you all from the bottom of my heart for seeing this class through to the end. Our time together has come to a close for today. Please prepare to do your best on our final exam. The time has come to test how well you all have learned in my class. Let's begin before the information simmering in your brains from a last-minute cram session fades. Which of the following meal powers makes it easier to come across shiny Pokemon? I'll go with Sparkling Powder. Power. Which of the following is not an effective egg power? This one, I think. That's probably it. What is a simple yet important tactic for increasing the effectiveness of meal powers? Think with others. What is the correct action when to take when your adorable Pokemon become dirty? Pokemon wash. This is a question about Academy rules. Should you change your uniform tops and bottoms to properly match each season? It doesn't matter. You don't have to, but you can. I made the questions a little easier than I planned to, as a way of saying thank you for informing me about Rotom phone cases. I trust that you all gave this exam everything you had so that you will not have to retake it. Please remember to ask for your scores at the front desk before leaving for the day. You have now finished all of your classes and passed all of their exams. I have this for you, from Director Clavel. 5 experience candies L. Nice. Now you can focus all of your efforts on this year's treasure hunt. Be careful out there. Oh, Hassel's here. Oh, why hello there, young Emily. I'm sorry, I was lost in thought and didn't notice your approach. I feel I must again apologize for what transpired in the schoolyard. What are you talking about? Of course I'm referring to how I rather suddenly had to take my leave while we were still engaged in conversation. That woman who showed up is a dragon tamer, and a relative of mine, I might add. You see, I come from a very long line of trainers who specialize in Dragon-type Pokemon. That's why you had a Gible. There was a child in our family who was expected to stand at its head and lead it to greatness. But the young lad, rebellious little fellow that he was, ran away from home one day. He made quite the show of it, too, swearing he'd make a living with music. A lot happened since then, and now he's the art teacher and Elite Four member before you. We can look forward to a Dragon-type Elite Four member! After I so rudely took my leave during our last conversation, my dear relative encouraged me to give up teaching and return home at last. I've been told the current leader of my family, that is to say my father, is in poor health. Oh, but I do apologize. Perhaps I am not cut out for teaching after all. What sort of teacher grumbles on and on at his own student? You're a great teacher. Ah, my dear Emily, you have no idea how much your words mean to me. Thank you. Thank you so very much. You feel trusted. Why, hello there, Emily. You always seem to appear at the most crucial of moments. Something going on? Well, you see... Master Hassel, I am here to collect you. So I see. I'm glad that you finally made up your mind about taking your place as leader of the family. Well, it is indeed true that I have made up my mind. I've made up my mind to continue teaching here at the Academy. How could you? Are you saying you don't care what happens to our proud lineage? I am saying that I have other priorities. Have a look around at the art decorating this room, would you? The children here are letting their senses, their perceptiveness, grow freely. I do not wish to say that protecting our family's ancient bloodline is of no importance. I simply wish to see a young talent blossom and grow into the future. It just seems so much more fun to me, if I'm being honest. What utter nonsense. And yet, your fearless, unflinching commitment to that nonsensical vision proves that you're worthy of carrying the will of the dragons, Master Hassel. I will not give up. I will come as many times as I need in order to change your mind. Oh, by all means, my door is open. I think you'll soon find you've met your match in stubbornness. You thought I could be cowed by some story spun up about my father's deteriorating health? I am not so easily fooled! Shh, I will return another day. Ah, I'm sorry you had to see all that. I was so very close to resigning my post as teacher and returning to my home. But the students here gave me courage to say no. That includes you, Emily. Your words truly brought me strength. I cannot think of a way I can possibly repay my debt to you young ones. Take this, if you will, insufficient as it may be in expressing the full breadth of my gratitude. 50 Dragon Terra Shards. Now then, let it be clear to all. I, Hassel, will continue on my chosen path as instructor to the youths of our world. Postponed. Ah, Miss Emily. There's something that I would very much like to ask for your help with. You need my help? Well, you see, I do not want anyone to overhear this, but... I hear rumors of an incredibly sweet condiment that exists somewhere in the Paldea region. I absolutely must experience that ambrosial sweetness for myself. You are the only one who knows of my insatiable sweet tooth. Thus, I have no one else I can turn to for help in this matter. I cannot go looking for this condiment myself, lest I destroy the image students have of me. I will repay you for your troubles, though. Give it some thought if this piques your interest. In the meantime, I will gather what information I can about this incredibly sweet condiment. I'll share what I find with you as soon as I have more detailed information. I feel trusted. Miss Emily, about that matter with which I need your help. I've discovered the name of the incredibly sweet condiment. It's called Sweet Herba Mystica. If you should find it during the course of your treasure hunt, I would be grateful if you would share some with me. Miss Emily, have you anything to report about the Sweet Herba Mystica? I have some? Sure. You don't have any. Yeah, but where would I get it? I'll go to the entrance hall and see if I can go back to the... Where was it, anyway? There's a trainer over there that I probably never faced. Yeah. Are you the client? Are you the client? Did you manage to bring the, sample that I contacted you about? Mario the office worker has a Murkrow. Yeah, I probably could have done this a while ago. Level 23. Houndoom. I'll go ahead and switch because I know I can take it on. I'll use Charge Beam. Electric got a level. Eh. Yeah, we'll just keep him out. I'm pretty sure you aren't my client. Please, don't make me battle anymore. Shove off, won't you? Before anyone sees. I'm supposed to meet someone here who said they'd show me some super cute Pokemon. Thank you again for your outstanding work on Operation Starfall. I cannot tell you how relieved I am that we were able to help Miss Penny as we did. And I know she is exceedingly grateful to you for your part in all this. So I have one more thing to ask of you, though the request is admittedly of a delicate nature. Do you think you could continue being good friends with Miss Penny as you have thus far? You bet. I must say, I truly am glad to have you as one of my my students at the academy. I believe you've more than earned this small token of my appreciation. Big Nugget. I hope you will always stay just as wonderful as you are now, Miss Emily. Close bond. Hey there, come on in. Everyone's welcome in the nurse's office. Oh, Emily, I'm glad you're here. I have some good news. You're not going to believe this, but I passed the health teacher certification exam. Congratulations. Thank you so much. I saw you pushing yourself real hard with your treasure hunt, and that really inspired me. Of course, most of the credit for my success goes to my own hard work, though. Heh. Thanks for giving me the push I needed to try again, Emily. 10 max revives. But they tell me there's no room to add new classes this year. So I guess I'll keep being Nurse Miriam for a bit. Just you wait, though. I'll be standing in front of a class at this academy before you know it. Then I'll teach you all you need to know about health. I bet I'll make a great teacher. I can't wait to see you in my class. Close bond. One teacher left. Emily, I'm in a bit of a pinch. Take a look at this. This Pommy really doesn't seem to be feeling well. I don't know if the poor thing can even stand up. What should I do? What should I do? There's a potion on it. Oh right, I could use a potion. Do you have any on you, Emily? Hundreds. This'll fix you right up, my friend. Potion power, go! Phew, that seems to have done the trick just in the nick of time. But this Pommy doesn't appear to belong to a trainer. Could a wild Pokemon have wandered onto the Academy grounds? Still, I can't just leave it here alone without anyone to make sure it's okay. It's decided then. I, Salvatore, will just have to lend all the helping hands I have to take care of Pommy in this touch-and-go situation. Merci very much for your advice, Emily. Even closer. Adios, au revoir, farewell. Oh, my dear Emily. Thanks to your advice from before, Pommy is, well, just see for yourself. Is it feeling better now? Yeah, it's feeling better, but this particular Pommy may just be a bit meek, I suppose? I had Nurse Miriam take a look as well, and she said there's nothing wrong with it health-wise. so it shouldn't have any injuries, ailments, or the like. Even so, it never utters so much as a cry, which is odd. That part has even Mr. Jacques here stumped. Sorry that I couldn't be of any help. Don't worry about it. I have some more information now thanks to the Academy's security cameras, though. It seems Pommy was attacked by wild Pokemon and fled here to the Academy grounds. Maybe it's still in a bit of shock from that experience and can't bring itself to speak yet. Yep, if that's the case, there's absolutely no problem with keeping quiet. We can just wait until it feels like talking. That's all we can do, really. Even if you can speak all sorts of languages, there's no guarantee that you can understand what's going on in someone's heart. But have no fear, I won't give up. No, I'll keep on trying until we figured each other out. I feel trusted. My dear Emily, Pommy here is as healthy as can be. Haha, well, it seems being quiet is simply a part of this one's personality. But it's hard for a Pokemon to communicate with its fellows without speaking up. As you know, wild Pokemon use their cries to tell each other all sorts of things, like the location of food or whether there are predators nearby. So even if I were to release it back into the wild, I'm afraid that it may not be able to do those sorts of things. What do you think, Emily? Where does this Pommy belong? With you. Oh, I didn't expect to hear my name. So you think it should stay here, with me? I was so focused on getting it back in good health so it could return to the wild that I didn't even consider that possibility. You love electric types, as clearly indicated by your pin. What do you think about that idea, my little Pommy friend? Yay! Pommy, it spoke, at last! Even without speaking Pokemon language myself, I know that reply means yes. Oh, my dear Emily. Merci so very, very much for all your help with Pommy. All the more reason you should have this. Here, a rare Pokemon for you to raise. Wait, what? He gave me a Meowth. I'm so happy. Yes, I, Salvatore, will take it upon myself to look after Pommy for good. I will indeed. Close bond. Is it an Alolan Meowth or a Galarian Meowth or what? Is it just a Meowth? Let's check. He gave me a Galarian Meowth. Alright. Level 5. Woo! I did not expect that one. It has pickup, which is great. And it's level 5. I have a new weakest Pokemon! See, I saw all these really weak Pokemon, I was like, oh, I'm fine. Then I walked up to this guy. And I was like, oh, never mind. Taking on the league? You look like you've got promise, kid. Let's give you a challenge to grow on. Cabipaco! As a crocodile! I never got past this last time. Oh, wow. Didn't take it out. Okay. It has so little left, I mean, come on. Oh, okay. Levels for Ravska and Magnezone. Flash Cannon. Yeah, that sounds worthwhile. I'll get rid of Gyro Ball? Yeah. Bronzong. Yeah. Level for Electrode. And he's got a Surledge next, which is Ghost Fire. That was a crit. Alright, we're good. Levels for Ravska, Magnezone, and Electrode. Speed Swap. No. Power Swap. No. Card Swap. No. Haha! Did you get some growth out of that? If battling me helps you grow stronger and you become a champion one day, that means I'm a part of what made you a champion, right? Hello, Emily. So this is it. You've decided to face the Pokemon League. Final test you must pass to become a champion is held here in this building. I wish you the best of luck from the bottom of my heart, Emily. I look forward to meeting you again soon. Okay, so first up, I need to heal. I'm healing. Yeah, I'm hearing another. Is it on top of the building? Might be. It is. I need to heal. And then here's how I'm going to do this. Is, if my Pokemon all faint, then we're going to rotate the parties. We get to the end of this, I'm going to, we get to the end of, all of my boxes, I'm going to rearrange them. And we're going to keep doing that until I can actually win. Are you ready to face the Pokemon League's champion assessment? Yes. Let's see here. Emily from Uva Academy, is it? It appears you have a total of 8 gym badges. Very well, you may now proceed to the interview room. Thank you for coming today. Please do have a seat. I, Rika, will be your interviewer. Let's get started with the first portion of the champion assessment. We begin with the interview. First things first, let me see how many gym badges you have. Excellent, you have all 8. Next, I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you wouldn't mind, Emily. Please think carefully, as you may automatically fail the interview depending on your answers. Let's begin. How did you get here today? I rode on my Pokemon. I guess I walked. Very good, very good. Please tell me the name of the school you are enrolled in. Naranja and Manzana. It's banana. So this is banana, orange, grape. Ah, that's right. So, what brings you to the Pokemon League today? I came to become a champion. Yes, indeed. Why else would you be here, I suppose? Now, what do you intend to do if and when you become a champion? Oh. Become even stronger, I guess. See, interesting. Tell me, which of the 8 gyms gave you the most difficulty? Medali is the one with the normal type, right? No. Yes, it is. Medali was definitely the one that gave me the most trouble, okay? I see. And what was the name of the gym leader you faced there, Larry? I'm glad you seem to remember. But do you remember which type of Pokemon Larry used? Normal. It's not on that list. Oh, you scroll. Okay. Wonderful. Building the skills needed for the champion assessment is no small feat. You must have met a lot of Pokemon to get here, Emily. Indeed. What was the category of the Pokemon you chose to be your first partner? Fire. Very good, very good. Now, please forgive me, but I'm going to repeat a previous question. Remind me, what do you intend to do if and when you become a champion? Or become stronger? Ah, yes, that's right. Next is the final question for this interview. Do you like Pokemon, Emily? Yes. Good job, kiddo. That about wraps up the interview. And let me be the first to congratulate you, Emily. You just passed the first part of the champion assessment. The easy part. On your first try, too, no less. Don't think anyone's done that since Nimona. But anyway, time to switch gears and get ready for the next segment. The second segment is what we call the Elite Test. And you'll be facing the Elite Four in Pokemon battles. I guess that's pretty obvious from the name of the test, I guess. Anyway, we're the best the league has to offer. You'll be facing us 4 in a row. No turning back. This won't be a cakewalk, I promise you that. Make sure you're all ready, then go into the room behind me. Yeah, this is gonna take more than one try. Alright, so here's what we're doing, is... I have all of these TMs. You can make more at any time. What I'm going to do... Oh my goodness, there's so many TMs. I thought there were... So there's 100 in the last... a little over 100 in the last few... Oh my goodness, there's 171. Okay, anyway. So, 171 TMs. I'm not going to use them right now. But, if we get through all of my Pokemon... and I need to rearrange the boxes, then I'm going to use those TMs on whatever Pokemon come up, okay? As the first party. And we're going to do that every single time that I have to rearrange my boxes. This is probably going to take me several times, if it's anything at all, like the Elite Four in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Because, my goodness, that was hard. Now then, let's get this started, eh? Let good old Rika be the first of the Elite Four to take you on. I'd say I'll go easy on you, but I'd be lying. Think fast! What type do you have? Seal? Nope. Either water or ground. Thankfully, this thing can't have water absorb. I finally get to battle you. I've been looking forward to this, so don't give up too soon. That was a crit. I didn't even look at this thing's level. Oh. Let's see. I don't want to send out Ravska unless Palafin faints. $57. Oh boy. Electrode, it doesn't really matter because it'll ask me in a second if I want to switch. Donphan, he's ground type. Let's see. Palafin then, I guess. Sturdy, okay. So I just have to land a hit and it'll go down. Level for Magnezone. Next is Dugtrio. I'm not going to be using any Ethers, but I will get my Pokemon back up to full health at the conclusion of every one of these battles, simply because I'm not going to be allowed to switch them out between them. That is that does put on lighter restrictions than for the Elite Four in Shining Pearl, but honestly, I could use it. All right, Electrode got a. Okay, I'll put in the levels afterwards. Magnet Rise? Yeah. Camerupt. I'm gonna say switch so I can see. It was Ravska, Grumpig, and Electrode. Grumpig's level 64. Flip turn will kill this thing. No levels. Clodsire. Ground poison. Keep current. Nyah! Impressive! You really are something else, kiddo. Let's finish this. Go on, Clodsire. Shake things up a bit. I'm only allowed to do Terror Slice once per time that I go to the Pokemon Center, so beating these guys is not gonna help me any. Hey, he got burned. That's helpful. Watch your step, because things are about to get a bit shaky. Return! Time to utterly demolish this. Unless it uses Protect, I guess. It has Water Absorb. That's a problem. Thankfully, it doesn't have a whole lot of attack power, especially when it's burned. Alright, Acrobatics. Level 4 Palafin. Not bad, kiddo. I am so glad I got this Palafin. Talk about unfair. No way was I ever gonna win that one. Still, though, what a great battle. Felt good even to lose. Not a whole lot of trainers have the skill to make it past the elite test. But who knows? I'm beginning to think you might be one of the few that do, Emily. Better stay on your toes, though. The second of the Elite Four is stronger than me. You're up next, Squirt. Come on out. Coming! Do I get a chance to heal, or no? Oh, wow. Did you lose, Rika? Yeah, I did. She's no pushover, let me tell you. I'll be watching from the side. Avenge me if you can, eh? You bet I will. Yes, I do get a chance to heal. Okay. I can access my boxes. Never mind, I guess I'm not doing that. Then who's still up? I will still heal, but anything that faints goes out. I'm surprised that I'm allowed to access my boxes, though. And maybe I won't heal. So I can just do this. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll still get the health back up. This does promise to be hard, but at least there is that. I'm surprised I'm allowed to access my boxes in here, though. Are you ready to face Poppy of the Elite Four? Yes. It's so cool you made it this far, but this is where you say bye-bye, miss. All my Pokemon are super tough. Your weak attacks won't work on them at all. They'll bounce right off. You'll see. I can't wait for you to meet my friends, so here they come. I was expecting fairy types, but now I'm expecting steel type. Poppy has... Copperajah, yep. Go on, Raja, smush him! Why are all my electric types the same in the same party? I didn't do that on purpose, I tell you. Okay. You have static. Oh, that's gonna make this fun. Well, at least you're paralyzed. Levels for Rabsca, Electrode, and Jolteon. Magnezone. No. Wait, Thrash. It has Sturdy, so that's gonna be fun. You do that. Double hit. Level for Jolteon. Orphanite. Well, that's actually worth switching for. Electrode. Static didn't kick in. Okay. Well, we broke Sturdy if it had it, so... Oh, well, it had Pressure. Never mind. Levels for Rabska and Jolteon. Bronzong. Keep current. Tinkaton. That's gonna be Fairy and Steel. I'll keep current and then use Flip Turn. I'm not scared. My last Pokemon will turn things around. It's time to get dressed up all pretty, Tinky! Hey, you missed. It's only 90 accuracy on that move. Thundershock. Steel hard Pokemon always get a solid victory, so I'm gonna win! Not the Megaton Hammer? Sorry, wait, this isn't a Nintendo property game. Oh. Well, that is always an option. Oh, I might not be winning this one. Ah, I used it again. Alright. And if that's not enough, it's going to be nearly enough. Yeah, here we go. Which means I'm going to have to enter its Pokedex data, because I don't have it. Pomo evolved into Pawmot. Pawmot, hands-on Pokemon. Pawmot's fluffy fur acts as a battery. It can store the same amount of electricity as an electric car. That's impressive. Revival Blessing. What? You get that too? Woo! Okay. Yeah, crit. I'll do these after stream. Like I said, I'm going to rearrange my boxes. I've got a strategy in mind, considering this is the Elite Four, which is called Strongest First. Not just Strongest First Party, Strongest First Overall. Done. Just Strongest First. So, but yeah, this is painful, and we're going to try and make this as short as possible by putting Strongest First. Hopefully, it'll be short. Hopefully. Anyway, that's gonna be all for today. So, when we come back next time, we'll be doing the Elite Four, hopefully get past the second one, hopefully finish it, actually, but we'll find out. So that's gonna be all for today. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time.